I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. Because I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, 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 hands. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, 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 dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, 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 I'll dance with my hands above my head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance with my hands. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna. I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. I'll dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth!
Phase 2.
Yo.
I was about to shout something there, but you just hit the button before I said it. Would have got in big trouble. Hello.
Cancelled.
Welcome. How are you?
What's happening, everyone?
Don't even talk to me about cancelled. There was some young. Sorry to interrupt the fucking greetings, guys, but there's a fella.
yous all.
There's a fella in my work. He's in my team now. He's 21. To put this into perspective for you, me and my mate in work were joking about. Do you remember Bo Selecta?
Yeah.
Craig David.
Daniel Betty.
All that there shit, right? He looked at us when we were rhyming and said, "Oh, kids, you daft bastard." And he just looked at us like we were having a stroke. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with your face? And he goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Bo Selecta, Craig David, Rewind." He's like, "What?" And
Didn't
we looked at him.
understand.
Mate, that came out in 1999. This wee kid wasn't even born.
Do you see
And he
Craig
turned around
David
to me
talking
today.
about that?
Yeah.
He says like it wrecked his mental health
Yeah.
and all. I was like, fuck up, you whiny bitch. You're sitting in a house having a sex addict in the
To be
fucking
fair, like, how did he
Californian
have time to
hills.
watch it? Because he had a girl on Monday, and then he went out on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and then they
Yeah.
were making love on Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and then chilled on Sunday. I don't know what happened Saturday, but I've got a day wrong. But he didn't have time to watch fucking
Friday,
Bo Selecta.
Saturday, we chilled on Sunday.
Yeah.
But no, he was whining about it like fuck, and I'm like, you're sitting in a fucking massive mansion in California, bucking tens, gurning about someone going, Craig David.
It's already done that. I forgot about that. Can I get a rewind? But
What was the Scurry Space ones?
LP. The big hurry minge.
What the fuck, man?
But yes, the purpose of this was just to give you a bit of context. He turned around and he was talking about game today, being like, "Fuck's sake, I'm surprised like I haven't been cancelled yet and all this here." And I say, "What have you said that's gonna get you cancelled?" And he said, "Oh well, where do you hear this, right?" I was like, "Oh, where do you hear?" I went on to Twitter and I said to somebody that this football player was better than this other one, and like 200 people just jumped on and told me I was wrong. So that's not going to get you cancelled. We openly talk about priests bucking children every week, and if our HR woman was to watch what I have said, I would get fired from this job for bringing bucking reputable
You're not
going to
need that job soon, so don't worry about it.
But it's like, is this what kids think getting cancelled is? Oh, it's like, that's how fucking woke the world is. I said something about a footballer.
Mate,
I'm
see, whenever I was
Facebook, fuck you.
See, whenever I was 8 years old, we used to go, eeny, meeny, miny.
Don't.
Do you know what I mean?
But see you saying that. See, every time Ruby's doing it, I know that she's not going to say that because she doesn't know the words. But every time she goes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe, in your head you're going, she's going to say it, she's going to say it, she's going to say it. No, that's just you fucking dick.
I had no context in life. I was just copying what the older kids...
what you were told on the playground.
You're like, fuck's sake. And then you recently get older and you realise, you're like... See, as well, I don't know why I said this before, and excuse my language on this, but there was it was a Pakistani shop, and we used to say, we're going round to the Paki shop. This is what we used to say when we were kids. Sorry, everyone. But then, see, whenever I was at another shop outside with my cousins, I says, is there a Paki shop around here? And they were like, what are you on about?
You thought that was just the name of the shop?
I thought that's what you called a sweet shop.
Yeah.
For years. Yeah. But it wasn't. It was because
obviously it wasn't.
But then I remember even back then going, "Fuck, that's a bit harsh out there." Like, no, I mean. But that's all I knew this shop was.
I actually was thinking about this the other night. Funny enough, I remember going in crying because I was quite a sensitive little child, believe it or not.
You still are, mate.
Oh no, like I'm good now. Like when I was a child, you couldn't have said fucking boo to me without me going crying. And I went out in the street, and there was a kid from my school that I played with that lived around the corner, but he was out with his big brother, and obviously he was trying to act hard in front of his brother and all this here. Yeah. And he turned around and called me a wanker. But I didn't know what a wanker was at this stage. I just knew I've been called a name and I feel offended. So I went into my dad like, he's out there calling me names and calling me a wanker. I'm about 6 and I have no idea what I'm saying to him. And I just remember being there, and now as an adult I look back and go, bet your dad was laughing. He's like, he said wanker.
This actually happened to me last night. Aisha says, you're a wee wanker. And I went, what? And I thought I was trying to hold it back. And I says, go and tell your mommy that. And she went down and told her that. And Heller went, what, mental? And she didn't know what she meant. Winker.
A winker?
Like, fuck. But I thought she said wanker. But she was in her friend's house all day. She was up in her... So I thought, so I was like, go and tell your mommy that. And I was sitting listening though to hear her laugh. And Heller went mad. And then Aisha was like, what? Like, what? I said, what are you on? What does it mean there? And she was like, wanker. You mean winker?
Just tell her to stay like that. Should I hear any chance of a wank?
That's right.
Sorry, you're right there, love. You got something in your eye, do you?
Mate, funny, like.
Fuck. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome to this week's show.
There's X-Ray in the chat. What's happening, big man?
What is happening, Ray?
We'll have to get you on. We'll sort it out. We're busy. We'll get him on some night.
I have messaged. The invite has been extended to yourself, sir. I'm just waiting on your RSVP, so get it in there. Do you want to share the screen and we'll put on some fucking...
When the crowd says, Bo, selector.
That's Spanish for how do you bastards,
You bastard.
This week we sent Mel B to Taviarca, Sunny's Bay.
You couldn't make this programme today.
Fucking boiling
That's
here.
right, fuck.
Luckily, I've palled up with one of Her name's Pat.
For those only listening, she's fanning her fanny.
What's it like, Pat? You know, living here.
It's brilliant. You get up every morning and sunshine.
Oh, it's too hot though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realise this until right now. He put blackface in all for this.
My bitch is kicking out a right pong.
What do you call it? Keith Lemon, isn't it?
Just a stone's throw away from the pool is the bastard beach.
Do you read Christmas number 1 now?
Is well known
Have a drink with me, proper crimbo.
Hold on a second. It's Vicky and Dave. Vicky! Dave! Dave! Vicky and Dave, I'll go say hello. Vicky, Dave, what are you running up for? What are you running Gaffer!
Mate,
Complete
so
set
funny.
of
We'll see. Let
bastard.
me search something there. I've been on the old TikTok journey, and it was
You've been on TikTok?
flat
Jesus.
out. Old Ali G shit.
Oh, mate, Ali
Well-
G was funny. Like,
Mate, it was hilarious.
did you ever watch Captain Planet as a child?
Mate, we'll see us here. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I remember this one. This one's fucking.
What's your opinion on abortion rights or women's reproductive
Yo, I was totally into abortion. I has been responsible for at least 5, so, I was well up for it.
Find out what abortion is! Find out what it
We'll
is!
hear him
why
with your
is he
man.
so
It's so
pro-abortion?
fucking funny, mate.
We're not pro-abortion, we're pro-life.
Has you ever had an abortion?
No, I've never had one.
Surely you should try something before you say it's bad.
Oh no, we've known many women that have had an abortion. Yes.
But like, I was very, very anti-Burger King. But then, we went there and we tried the flame-grilled Whopper, and it was like, it was amazing. What be your name?
Father Dean Schultz.
Yo, respect. Say, is you very anti-abortions because you yourself was aborted?
No, I wasn't aborted.
So you ain't never got a whole preggers? You ain't never got a whole preggers?
No.
So is that because
Sure, they're not normally
you
into little
use
boys.
honeys, or does you fire blanks?
This interview is over.
Fire blanks. We'll see. It's not even him. It's another one. But we'll just watch the whole thing. It's only a 2-minute clip.
Let's make this
This
clear.
is him.
He was campaigning to make abortions cheaper. Why is that?
I'm completely against it. I'd like to see Roe versus Wade overturned. Personally, I would wait until I was married to have sex with someone and to...
So what? Is you married or not?
No, I'm not married yet.
So what? Is you a virgin?
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but you're joking.
No,
This is going on telly, you know.
that's great.
Ask me how old I was when I
It's a sweet giggle.
Oh, why don't you just tell me?
was 11 years old, and she was like 24 and a model. And she wanted more. I just didn't want to commit, innit?
That'll do. Oh, he starts beatboxing, play it.
See people like her. Oh, it's not even gonna let me pause it again. See,
Just knock it off anyway.
see fucking people who have the big teeth and no gums, like caps lock teeth
Aye.
and lowercase gums, fucking annoy me so much.
Receding, mate.
It's like they've got no upper lip. It's like their upper lip is gone, and it's like fucking, what is it? Me, myself,
An Irene.
Irene. Aye, where you fucking
Yeah.
does that, but that's just their natural look. But CTV back then, like,
Mate,
You couldn't
there's one of
make-
him saying, like, in an interview, of him saying about how dangerous doing Ali G and Borat was.
oh, yeah, I
Says there was a
remember
couple
watching
of
that. There's
dicey-
some things that he
Dicey times, like.
But it was
There
the one when
was
it was
one-
it the Borat movie when he done the cage fighting at the end, and him and the fella started kissing in the middle of the ring, and they all started fucking chairs and all, and they were like, "We're gonna die here. These things are literally gonna fucking
gonna
come in
go
and kill
mad."
us." Started fucking all these chairs and everything
right,
in the
mate.
stadium in.
That's dodgy, like.
But you
Mate, there
couldn't
was
do that
one
now.
where he was like sitting when LG was interviewing like all these Christians and all, and they were talking about Jesus, and he was saying about Jesus, his birthday, and he was like, I know, but like, where do the reindeers come in? And it's just I said it, mate, and all these fucking Christians were like, fucking class, fucking fair play.
But it is, they were good times. What was the other one your man done? Was it Trigger Happy TV?
Aye.
Hello, I'm just on my phone.
Or he used to fucking hobble. We used to do this. Or he used to go to run across the zebra crossing and then
Aye,
not
slow
do
down,
it.
yeah.
And then he used to like fucking go across it like he had a sore leg. And then once he'd hold the traffic up. And then once he got to the other
I
side,
just
just
walk
walk
off
normal.
I've done a few of them way back when.
Mate, I remember one time I wasn't driving. I think I was going like football practice or something. I don't know who was driving the car. But I was young. It might have been my daddy or someone else. But we were coming up.
Your daddy?
Coming up
Does it
to
take away, say, mum?
coming up towards Ardoyne, and there was a zebra crossing just before you come to like the roundabout
Aye.
on the Crumlin Road, and we were driving up normal, and this wee lad just when they got there and went to sprint across the zebra crossing, and whoever was in the car well slammed the brakes on, fucking seatbelt and all locked, and he just walked on down the road and didn't cross it. And I remember going, it was scary as fuck, and whoever was driving was cursing him up and down. I remember going, fucking legend.
See, when you're a kid, though, you don't realise how dangerous that is.
Nah.
Like, did you ever do the invisible rope one?
No.
So, now this is proper bad. You have to make sure you do it on a slow enough road. You've done it fast, you will kill someone. And I don't condone doing this. I was also like 14, 15 when I done this, stupid dick. So, you go on one side of the road, and I go on the other side of the road. It has to be a pretty straight road where this car can see you coming. And both of you have to be down like on the ground, your huggers, as if you're getting something or doing something. And as the car gets closer, you go 1, 2, 3, and both of you pretend that you're putting a big rope, and the car just fucking slams the brakes on, and then whenever it stops, you just walk off.
Laugh, fucking brilliant. No, we never done that. We were wee console. We done a lot of fucking wrecking TransLink buses.
I could do with a bit of that myself these days. Although, do you know what? I always like to think that I'm a man who will hold my hands up and admit when I'm wrong. And TransLink service is still fucking terrible. But see, the last couple of months, they've hired new bus drivers. And do you know what? They're all a bunch of lovely people. They get on the bus.
Mate, they haven't been beaten down by the job yet.
No, but it's like... they've got rid of all the old miserable fucks who just didn't want to be there. They've hired these new people, and it's just like, oh, do you know what? I don't mind showing you my fucking bus ticket. You might have been late, but at least you're greeting me with a fucking
15
smile.
minutes late, at least I got to have a nice day, sir.
Yeah. Sure, what was it even when I was coming over here on Sunday? The bus was meant to be there, and because of my connecting bus and the bus was being shit on Sunday, if I miss the bus that's on the hour, then I have to wait in the town for half an hour on the bus, and I may as well just fucking saunter up.
Walk up with that seat.
So if my bus from my house is 5 minutes late, I am really cutting it close, and it was 7 minutes late. You're like, how can you be 7 minutes late? There's fuck all buses, and there's no people on this bus.
The road's dead too.
Yeah, it's like what has caused you to be late today?
He stopped. Maybe he stopped to get a carry out. The way they're fucking just falling asleep at the wheel. Did I tell you about when we were on holiday? We got this same taxi driver twice.
Recently, though, I haven't even really asked you about your holidays.
It was brilliant. So we came out of the fucking water park and got into a taxi, and the cunt was drinking a tin of beer.
Aye, but that's normal.
That's what I'm saying. Is it normal?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I still haven't even Googled it, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've talked to a couple of people.
I can actually give you the proper answer for this right now. So Nicole used to work with a girl from Spain, and she used to find it weird that we didn't have a couple of beers and drive. She says, yeah, it's completely normal in Spain. What you do is you go down to the beach, have a couple of beers, drive back home. No one says fuck off. And she found it weird.
You can't drink, I think, 2 beers here and drive.
Aye, but no, they say you can drink whilst driving as long as you're not fucking...
Bluttered.
It's kind of...
Mate, he was just... But then we got the cunt again going to the fucking water park, and the same tins of beer were in his door. Cunt's just flying about fucking... Not the water park. We come home from the water park with him.
Oh, and then going out somewhere else.
We got the same taxi driver twice, 2 times.
Right.
So...
it was the same guy twice, or it was both
twice, two different guys. The guy that picked us up, because so obviously you can get on the bus from the airport and takes you, but for the sake of €20, we just bounced in a taxi, get you our 2 minutes, and we beat everyone else to the hotel. So we got the room and all early. You know what I mean? So we do that. The young lad that picked us up from the airport then picked us up outside the Dolphin Show and brought us back. Because I remember him, and as soon as I bounced in, he's going, "Oh, family." I was like, "Oh, fuck again." And he goes, "Yeah, I know you, Leonardo Hotel." And I was like, yes. It's madness, mate.
That actually happened at Planet Love last year. The guy who brought me and Nicole over to the drop-off point inadvertently was the guy who then came back and picked us up. Or not last year, the first year. Yeah. Speaking of dolphin shows, did you hear about Lizzo?
No.
Oh, do you know who Lizzo is?
I thought wheels, I thought you were on about a wheel.
No, do you know who Lizzo is? Yeah, right. So I've never been a fan of Lizzo to start with, and people didn't like me saying that I thought she was overrated. And it's right. I get that she's empowering for larger women and all this here. That's fine, but why her? There's so many other large women who have been doing it a lot longer.
Because their other one, Adele, let them down.
Aye, but do you know what I mean? She's obviously picked up traction, whatever, yada yada. She's not really that talented in my eyes, and the fact that they let her play a fucking Civil War era flute just because she's Lizzo really fucking cemented how much of a cunt she was.
See, I don't know
Some
much about
some
her, to be
performance
fair.
she done, she got to play George Washington's flute that he used as part of the Civil War, which is in a museum, but because she's Lizzo and wanted to do it, and you're empowering fat women, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. So I thought, right, you're a bit of a dick. It has now come out that Lizzo is actually a wanker.
I seen that.
She was getting her dancers to like touch prostitutes and eat bananas out of their vaginas.
But to play
And
devil's
then-
advocate, right?
Oh no, hold on.
I read it all.
She's also been fat shaming her dancers for putting on weight. And you're like, well, hold on a minute.
She was slobbering about her weight.
Who are you to be saying anything? And see on that, and this is no offence to anybody, right? I think being that large and promoting that as an okay body image is just as dangerous as size 0 catwalk models so you can see the ribs.
Yeah.
Because both of them are not healthy, but because one's been slandered and one is now an acceptable body form, it's like, but no, you shouldn't be that big and you shouldn't be that skinny.
You will die,
can,
like.
Yeah, you can be somewhere in the middle and that's fine. I get the message, okay, but I still
The
think
message is really like
it's okay
fucking.
to be big.
Don't hurt people. Don't be nasty to people.
Yeah.
I get that, but don't. It's not. Don't say that being that way it's healthy.
No,
It's not.
it's not.
But anyway, see with the Lizzo thing, but I think, like, see whenever they were saying about her going to the Amsterdam sex shows and she had to go on stage, like, they were watching them where you had to eat a banana out of a woman's fanny, and she was encouraging them to do it, and they didn't want to do it. But as I'm saying, you have to really know the context. Or was it like, you're fucking doing it, or was it like, go on, you have no balls,
That's
go
what
on,
the
do you know what I mean?
has come out. So yeah, it was, they were in the group of everybody who had went out. Supposedly it's always your job, it's on the line, and if Lizzo isn't happy with you, she'll just fucking chuck you. And it was more these people said don't want to do it, and then she started the chant going, Jason, and got like 30 or 40 people to start chanting your name, and you know what it's like. Peer pressure happens, you're like, all right, sweet. They've kind of given it a bit of a touch and then tried to play it off. Oh, look, I done something funny. But really, they felt really uncomfortable being forced to do this by a room full of people, because she was like, I'm going to lose my job if I don't do this, because Lord Lizzo
I see
is...
that's different then. Yeah, as long as you know the context of it, because
Yeah.
like I'm sure I've done it to you too. Go on, fuck's sake, ways up. Go on for a laugh,
There's a few times that we've had this, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
But again, whenever you're being peer pressured and you think, like, if I went into work and someone's like, here, touch his arse cheek for a laugh.
Here,
like,
buck
no.
him over a red car on the shore road.
But you can be peer pressured into something you don't want to do, and it's easier to just do the thing and get out of Dodge than it is
and
the
keep your job.
Yeah. So
that's what all the left are gurning about, is like the power dynamic where like people who are rich and are like looking down and on people who aren't so well off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same sort of thing. Like they're talking about the patriarchy and this and that. There you go. It's our Lizzo.
It's just how much coin can you make me? This actually, I saved this video because I thought it was funny, but now that we're actually on this topic, this video is really appropriate. So I stumbled across this video that somebody had put up to show that, do you know the way over here, if you have shops for larger people, it's kind of just, come on in, and it'll say XL up to 7XL, but it'll not really play on the fact that it's a fat shop. Thailand don't have any chill when it comes to naming their shop, right? Where do you see this? We'll call them out for the audio listeners. Nobody be offended. These are in Thailand. I'm just reading the names of shops. BB Fat. Fat Girls. Fatty Fat Girl.
No,
Loves Calories.
It's amazing.
Moo Thai Fat. Beauty isn't a size. Fat Cat.
Oh, mate. That's amazing.
It's really, well, they were all it was. It's just going back through them. But I just like, yep, that is awesome. Thailand.
That's just like Googling the translation.
Yeah. Bad Chinese audio that come up.
That's what it is. Like I got my name in Chinese writing on my arm. It actually says fucking banana or something.
But you never really see anybody, apart from sumo wrestlers from Asia that is overweight, really, because of the diet that they have.
Yeah.
It's quite a healthy diet, and they also do a lot of fucking labouring.
You don't, mate. It's the same. Mate, even when you go to Spain, very, very few fucking overweight ones. Like,
Aye.
do you know what I mean? It's here's fucking mad for it, and
because we're savages.
but it's the Mediterranean diet as well in Spain and all around there. Like, they do have a way of life. It's
See
just
as well,
a
though,
slower
it's
way of
like
life.
whenever you're on holiday and all, you're not as hungry because you're warm. Like we're.
I was
cold
saying this to you earlier.
We're cold as fuck here all the time. You need to eat to get the old body fat on.
I ate shitloads on holiday, as in food.
Yeah.
But I didn't snack anywhere near as much as I would have snacked here. So I didn't actually put, like, I wasn't coming home bloated and big. I came home just a wee bit healthy. Like, I felt a wee bit better because I was eating proper food and I ate loads of it. But over here, like, I had a packet of crisps, fucking bar chocolates, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't do that at all very rarely. Like,
Aye, but that's then whenever you're snacking like that, you're not really in the mood for a big feed afterwards. If you're having a feed and then going about on holiday, walking it off, running along a beach or going swimming or something, then you're like, here, I'm starving. Packet of crisps ain't going to cut this hunger right now.
Nah, fucking Lays. Packet of Lays.
Packet of Lays. Can't go wrong with a packet of Lays.
Fucking ready salted Lays.
Here, do you want a lay? What? Packet of crisps? Crisps? We were having a good laugh last night. We were looking at houses because, you know, we were planning on buying until today whenever we got told we can't buy because I'm a dick. But
yet you can't do it yet.
we're using the laptop. Nicole was flicking through the pictures now. She wanted to look at something. She's like, how can I zoom in? Started doing this on the screen. She's like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm trying to zoom in. I was like, Nicole, that's my laptop. It's not touchscreen. And she just slowly pulled the hand away. And I laughed on. She goes, it's been really long. I just use my phone. And I was like, right, okay. I had a bit of a giggle about this. She kept looking at the pictures and I got my phone out. It's like, you
That's
know,
amazing.
I'm putting this in my notes. She's like, fuck off. Don't be doing that now. You and them fucking notes.
That is, mate. That's so funny.
It's, mate, see now,
it's understandable, but, like, 100%.
You just assume that everything is going to just be touchscreen.
Yeah.
I have been told now on more than one occasion, I'm not going to tell you this story until you promise me that you will not put this in your notes because something funny's happened in her work to one of her colleagues that she knows that I'll definitely have a field day about, or something has happened that she's seen that she shouldn't have seen or knows. It's like, you can't be putting this in your notes. It's like, Nicole, I can't promise you anything here, honey. I don't know what you're about to say out of your mouth, and if it's podcast worthy, well,
it's podcast. It's going on.
It's going on. Like,
I had one here, and I can't. Oh, there we go. I'll send it. We'll see us here, mate. Speaking of holiday and beach.
Is this going to be vile?
No. There's plenty of vile ones there, like I showed you earlier. You see anyone else who's in the chat see your man shitting on the fucking crumb of the road? We'll see us here, mate. It's fucking hilarious.
Is this the video of the man shitting on the
crumb? No.
Joey, there's a guy on it. I swear to God. Straight ahead. Dude, what are you doing? Oh my God. What?
So for contact,
there's
a guy on a unicorn thing with a fishing rod about way off the coast of fucking the beach.
You have a shark on your rod?
Is it a kid?
No.
What the heck? Are you okay? Yeah. You want to be saved or what?
Is this guy not with the boat people?
No.
You were sharking at the beach? Yeah.
He was fishing at the beach with a beach caster.
You're like 2 miles offshore. we can give you a ride home. You can like Uber or something. Yeah. Oh. Are you ready? You got it. Okay, ready? Ready? Come on. Back up.
So we just floated for 2 miles to try and catch a shark.
He was being pulled.
Dude, are you okay?
Don't forget the unicorn.
Are you okay, bro?
Do you have a fighting belt?
A fighting belt? We got an old fighting belt. I found one in the back for you.
Fuck off, he doesn't catch the fish, does he?
It's a massive shark, whatever it is. It's straight down. High five. Nice to meet you, terrible.
I feel like this is going to be a terrible joke.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Any wonder?
the size of that thing.
I genuinely thought that was like the setup to something, and like
Isn't that
your man
insane, mate?
Dingo with a big massive cock was going to pop up or something. That's actually
Any wonder
nuts.
I pulled him 2 mile out. Fuck's sake.
To be fair, I would imagine a shark would have pulled you further than 2 miles.
I know it was probably
It depends on how long he's.
Probably getting tired. Look.
That's nuts.
See, I seen it. I was like,
How the fuck do you catch and release a shark?
He probably didn't mean to catch a shark that size. Like, probably maybe look like a dogfish or something by that size.
That's fucking mental.
Aye, fucking crazy. But there you go. Unicorn. That unicorn's getting put up in the beside the shark. No, the shark put up on the wall. The unicorn's going beside it.
It's like, oh, you should have seen the one that got away. He's holding the shark plus the unicorn. It's the fact that they rock up on this big fuck off boat.
He was fucked if they hadn't came up. Like,
he
was fucked.
What are you gonna do? Swim back and the shark eats you?
Maybe it's set up. The more I think about it, like, I don't know. Nah, that's not real.
No, don't ruin it. It's fun. You never
I was
know what
gonna
you're
start
fucking see
spitting
in the
logic
ocean. Do you know what I
or,
mean? Well, too much. Like, you hear people just accidentally. Let's even take closer to home. You hear a dickheads going out with their children on paddleboards and ended up getting washed out of the sea whenever they're in a dock.
I never made a shark pulling them out.
So it's easy to happen, isn't it, Jason?
Fuck's sake. Electric paddleboards.
How far were you out into the ocean?
Way far out. It probably wasn't that far, mate, but it was fucking right on the mouth
it was too far for you to be
peninsula.
swimming back with a child.
And it was an electric paddleboard.
I always wanted to get them wee things you see on holiday. It's like a propulsion handheld fan thing that you go underwater with, like snorkeling, but it like pulls you about. I've always wanted to give them a bash. I think that'll be class to do.
I seen the ones where it was like it's an electric surfboard, but you have to go up and down. It goes up
got
and
like
down.
an antenna that comes out, you put a bob on it.
Whenever you're watching them, it's about that high off the wave.
You're not actually getting into the water.
You want to see them go, like, because see out of our hotel balcony, you're looking over the sea, up and down all day.
But you know what that's like? Do you know whenever you're on holiday
wouldn't be
or
easy
anywhere,
to do, like,
and you see them dicks with the water jetpack, and they're going, "Oh, look how easy it is," and then you watch people spend the money, and they spend the next 15 minutes going, "Oh."
You wouldn't be able to
They
do
get
it.
about a foot out of the water on their best try, and then they go straight back in again. It's
That's what I said to her. Like, I was like, because it said go down, you do a 30-minute course, and then you can go out on it for an hour or something.
Fuck away.
And I was like, none of us would be able to do that. You need to know how to surf to do that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's getting back on it if you fall off. That's the issue.
Aye, because it's the board that you have to climb on it, bounce it to get it.
Because that's the whole problem with surfing. It's once you're on it, you're on it.
Yeah.
It's getting on it. It's standing up, jumping up. You have to jump up and land in a certain way. You don't just put your feet and bounce out. You know what I mean?
I've done a bit of surfing.
Have you?
I also used to be a skateboarder extraordinaire, mate. You know what I mean?
The old surfing's tough. Like, once you get the feet to jump, you're all right. But that's the hardest part. Like,
I know I never done proper surfing, but like, I remember going and standing on a fake surfboard once and getting my picture taken.
Just jumping up on the feet. Once see if you're doing it.
It was a plastic ornament in fucking Disney, mate.
No, I did. Like, whenever we done the test and all, before you go out, see just standing on the beach and jumping up.
Yeah.
It's hard as fuck, mate. It's not easy.
It's because you have to plant it, but then as well, it's not that it's easy on the beach, but it's like whenever you play golf, you could go to a driving range and smash 400 absolute belters, and you go out there and play a game of golf, and you just can't hit the ball because it's a different thing. If you're on the beach jumping up, that's sweet, but when you're on water, that's not a fucking. That's not solid. Like, you've got to then counteract that. Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? Just how fucking times have come along since being young. Do you ever remember walking down the town and there was guys just 5 litres for a pound?
Aye, 5 litres for a pound.
Belly telly, 5 litres for a pound. And it's just the whole but there was like 20 of these guys selling Belfast Telegraphs and lighters the whole way down the main street of town.
That's madness.
And now, if you told someone that now, they'd be like,
now you've got the trumpet man just.
The vile lumpet. What is it, like the fucking lure pack man?
He is a Belfast icon, that wee man.
But I remember one day.
But do you remember that brings me
back?
And it was all the green and orange lighters, fucking not even clippers. They were just the normal.
Aye, wee flickers. Just getting dragged about the town for whatever reason by your ma or dad.
Do you remember going into town and getting the bag searched?
Yep.
I'll
do you one better.
Vaguely remember that.
Like. My ma and dad owned or worked in. Do you know where the food court is now? Yeah. My uncle used to own the food court before it is all the ones. It used to be like Donut Tree, the deli, some ice cream and a burger stop. And then there was a coffee shop at the very front of Castle Court. So my man and dad worked there during the Troubles. And I always remember when we were going with them that, you know the way Gap is at the side, or there's, I think it's Gap. like there's the front door, but there's a shop just before you get to the front door that's in Castle Court.
Ah, yes. I know what you're on about.
That was the security flaw, right?
Yeah.
Because you went through that door and walked
you
into
can walk
Castle
in
Court
without going
and no
through.
one searched you.
Yeah.
And whenever they were late for work, they would just go through there.
It is Gap.
And I was like,
used to-
why? What's going on? And it was me later whenever I was growing up. They're like, yeah, that was just because we were late and would have been even later if I had a fucking
Had
went
to
through
wait
that
there.
security check. It's like, that's mental. That's just Northern Ireland for you. Come through this door to a check.
I remember, I vaguely remember going down with my granny at North Street. You used to get stopped at the bottom of Shankill, and then you used to get stopped
because
going
there was the
into-
big gates as well
Aye.
that used to come across, like the big barriers.
And then you used to get stopped going into Castle Court. And like for those who aren't from Northern Ireland, like it was in the Troubles whenever they were killing each other over here. And
it was towards the end of the Troubles that we would have sort of seen the
Aye.
tail end of that before it
the
started cleaning up.
90s, like,
Yeah.
and whenever you were going into the city centre, you had to get all your bags searched and everything to make sure you didn't have a bomb or a gun or something.
I always remember getting stopped on the motorway with my dad and all was going places because after they left Castle Court, they bought a restaurant in Carrickfergus. And I always remember going to Carrick and coming back and being stopped by the army on the motorway going, where are you going tonight? Where are you off to there, sir?
Can I check your boot, please?
And always freaking out going, why the fuck is this army man stopping us? And you're like, what the fuck is this? But then again, it
was normal, but
to think of that now, you'd be like, what the fuck were we living in?
I know, like, it is crazy.
Sure,
but
do you
it
know where
was
the reason why?
normal.
Do you know when you get suit pockets or suit jackets that
Yeah.
have fake pockets?
Yeah.
Northern Ireland's the reason why fake pockets were invented.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So what actually used to happen during the Troubles is they would have went into shops and put bombs in the pockets of a suit.
Right.
And then phoned up and be like, I bomb scare. And then they'd be like, where the fuck is it? And it was in this. So to stop people going and putting bombs in, they started sewing up the pockets on suit jackets and stuff. And then because that happened, it just became a trend to not have pockets in your outside jacket anymore. And we fucked up for everyone.
Is it just here, but or is it everyone? Is everyone still do that? Because I don't know any.
Well, no, there's certain people now do it because it is a fashion trend, but it all started from Northern
From
Ireland
this.
Troubles because people were putting bombs in pockets.
Aye, so like they were sewing them up so that you couldn't put the bomb in, and then they just weren't doing them in the bottom, and then they just start making them like that.
Yeah, they were like, well, why, if we're
That's
if
amazing.
we're stitching these up, we're wasting fabric to put pockets in, and because then
Aye.
the trend had moved and people just became accustomed to there being no pocket, there was no real, like, obviously you still get jackets with pockets in it.
That's what I'm saying. Aye,
But
you,
it's-
can. You get the option if you're buying a suit, right?
Aye, but it's a lot less, you know,
Yeah.
prominent, I suppose, than what it would have been thanks to us
Aye,
blowing the fuck out of each other
the
for
two
a good
suits
few
I
years.
have in there, like there's zero pockets in them, but it looks like it's a flat pocket.
Yeah.
Like
Aye, just the wee pocket flap. Yeah.
madness.
So there you go.
There you go.
Every day's a
We're
school day,
not
kids.
Brazil, we're Northern Ireland. Fuck's sake. The madness.
Fucking speaking of that wee chant, did you see your girl from the Lionesses stamping on the Nigerian girl in the World Cup?
Donna David Beckham. That's Reece James's sister. Plays for Chelsea.
That done the stamping? Fuck.
Aye. His sister plays for England. He plays for England.
I didn't know that now.
Aye. Madness.
See your girl Rapinoe.
Mate, you know what I
Oh,
hated?
shit.
But they were all on Sky Sports News going, right, it was an accident. She's a lovely girl. We'll have to go easy on her here.
Aye,
now.
but if it was a
See, when it was
male-
David Beckham, there was
Aye,
fucking hate mail on the front of his son and all. Fuck me. We just want to be equal or not?
I remember I seen somebody put up a thing. It said the female World Cup has now has had 1 million supporters show up at it, and
Yeah.
someone just commented underneath it going, "I didn't know stadiums were that big." It's like, fucking yes. But it is good. It's good to see that the women's game's growing.
It is, mate. Like,
Have
there
you
was a
watched any
couple
of the
of
games?
no, but there was a couple of I seen clips like
yeah.
a couple of whopping goals. I seen
Yeah.
clips of them like, and they were like fucking real good.
The one
goals.
thing I will give the
What
women
about
is see
Messi,
whenever they get fucking hit or they go in for a tackle, like there's none of this rolling about for 20 minutes. They just get up, dust themselves off, and go on.
for it.
And you're like, fair play to yous.
Yeah.
Like, we
Mate,
give birth to fucking kids.
El Messi's over racking up and fucking thing.
Fuck way off.
Mate, they're in the like
He's-
the equivalent of their
he's-
semi-final now.
He's their fourth highest goal scorer of all time after 5 matches.
I know, but sure, the team's only like 2 years old.
I know, but think about that, mate. 5 matches.
Mate, he scored 6 goals or something in 3 games.
Is it stupid?
Mate, the best there ever was like. best.
I
there
think
has
it's
ever
wrong
been.
the fact that they charged so much money for their tickets because Messi joined.
I know, but it's making the game bigger over there because now every city Messi's going to, these other clubs are selling out their stadium for the first time ever.
I've seen as well that because Messi's coming, they don't want him to hurt himself. That now all pitches have to be real grass, not artificial grass.
Aye, because of the way they're the NFL.
Yeah.
But the word talk, I seen that a couple of years ago actually, because even whenever Man United were playing Arsenal there,
they were saying
everyone was
about
gurning about the fake pitch.
But now it's being told you have to because it's King Messi is here.
I think it's FIFA said that.
Yeah.
FIFA's like, yes, you just need the
Who
fucking
is it
sort
as
this
well to have? Is it like half of the old Barcelona team?
I've got Busquets and Jordi Alba.
Does Suarez play for them now?
No, but apparently he said he would pay out his contract or wherever he is
to go and play again.
There.
You can never know. You can see how fucking Neymar going there now because he's the man to leave.
Like, to leave,
you can see him going over to play with Messi again.
I don't like Neymar's play. He was brilliant at Barcelona. Once he went to PSG,
it's just because he got money and celebrityness and all that. But he's like, I'm in France. I'm obviously the best here.
Suarez and fucking Messi. Like, see the
MSN.
Holy fuck! Like, there was a period of time where they were just unstoppable. Suarez was
funny though. They were unstoppable, but Ronaldo was a one-man band who pretty much tried to outscore the three of them.
Fucking. But he only won the league once or something the whole time they played together.
Yeah.
Mate, Ronaldo has done the same in Saudi Arabia as well. Like, is what they have is, but again, they're all rich down there, so no matter how much they charge for tickets.
Do you know what it was thinking?
You see, they offered Mbappe $1 billion to play for a year.
Stupid money.
Billy.
For 1 year.
They tell you about me and Hillary all night. We're talking about $1 billion. It was about like Dubai or something.
Yes.
Mate, so I was talking to the missus, and it was like something on about Dubai's richest people, and your woman had 8 cars, all whoppers, and I says, see if I had a couple of mil. She had like 10 million or something. This guy's like, I don't think it would be cars. I think I'd just buy one good car and that would do me. I wouldn't be what I invest in. And she was like, I was like, if I had 8 billion, maybe I would fucking get 8 cars, but I don't know. And she was like, fuck, you wouldn't get 8 of anything if you had 8 billion. And I says, hell, if I had 8 billion, I'd have 8 waves. She was raging.
And that's why we didn't do a podcast the other week, because Jason had a black eye.
But she just went, and stopped. And then, like, I was just waiting. And I she was there too, and I was just waiting. And
she's going to bite. She's going to bite.
About 5 minutes later, she went, 8 waves, like. And I just bust out laughing, going, I was fucking waiting on you doing that. And funny, like.
That's what it is, mate. It's just a bit of a laugh. I
can't even deal with one.
If you were that rich, would you drive or would you hire a chauffeur?
No, I'll drive, 100%. I mean, I'd still live in the Shankill. I'd fucking.
Oh, I know. You're not living. You would just buy the Shankill and evict everyone. I live here now. No one else.
I'd knock Tennant Street Police Station down and build a fucking mansion there with the barriers are there anyway. You know what I mean? I just live there. Fucking yes. Bring a 12 past my house.
It'd be too much money.
I know. Trust me, you would find a way to spend it. Like, you would start off going, I'm not going to change, and then you would be like,
oh no, I've openly said for years, if I came into stupid fuck you money, I would turn into the biggest dick ever because I know that money would change me.
I would just be like I'd buy a couple of houses all over the world and then spend the year as the seasons are going. Winter, going to Australia. I'll see you in a couple of months.
Yeah. Adios, amigos.
That's the only shit thing. If you have money, whenever you're going on holiday, you have to come back to Belfast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I seen that on the other night. There was like these girls living in Spain and their husband, they opened a business. They're like, the only bad thing now is when we go on holiday, we'll have to go back to Newcastle to see the family.
Exactly.
Everyone's going on holiday, like, in the sun, they're going back to shitty Newcastle to see the family.
Just sitting there freezing. Like, oh, fuck, I want to be away again.
I would do this.
It would be.
Mate, speaking of... Have you seen the thing on TikTok of your girl running about catching all the pickpockets?
No.
Mate, it's funny as fuck. She doesn't speak a word of English, but she can say, pickpocket! So she's got her phone out, mate, walking around Naples, and with all the pickpockets, and they're all in the middle of fucking pickpocketing people, and she walks up behind them, pickpocket! Mate, Google pickpocket girl. It's funny as fuck.
That's gotta be a bit fucking dodgy.
Aye, and see now, mate, like, they all know her, so they're all, like, running like fuck as soon as they see her, all the pickpockets.
TikTok.
I'm sure they'll find her. There she's there. Go on, you girlie. I do, 20s.
Pickpocket woman.
Aye.
Like, that's fucking...
I just give one of them wee fucking... You'll just get the idea, look.
You've probably heard this.
Attenzione borseggiatrici! Attenzione pickpocket!
But did you know that the Italian pickpocket lady, Monica Poli, is also a local
There's
politician for the far-right party, the Lega Nord? Poli's gone viral with her
So
shouts
she's a
of
politician?
Attenzione pickpocket in Venice, Italy.
Attenzione pickpocket! Attenzione pickpocket!
Ah,
She's part of
beat
a
us to it.
volunteer group called Cittadini Non Distratti, or Undistracted Citizens. According to The Economist,
play,
in 2019,
Mate,
they were
unbelievable.
responsible for
I didn't know she was...
I love the fact that this was your story and I've already got more information
Ah,
about it than you
I
did.
just follow her on TikTok.
This is just the story of your life.
Pickpocket!
But you know what? Fair fucks to her
Mate.
for actually going out and trying to make a change. I would vote for that woman, whatever her fucking stance is and stuff. Well, at least you're actually a politician going out and trying to do something. Could you imagine fucking Rishi Sunak running about London going, excuse me, sir, you seem to be getting pickpocketed. Excuse me,
Michelle
we're not doing
O'Neill running around the town. Pickpocket! Pickpocket!
Hey,
Here, love, he's in your purse, sir.
fucking stop it! Stop it!
Stop it, he's trying to steal your phone, mate. Sir Jeffrey Donaldson. Excuse me, he's trying to steal your phone.
Did I tell you about the smackheads I seen in North Street the other day?
No.
Oh man, it was great. I was walking up because there's a wee place called the Old Oven Door. Does fucking great soup and the buns and stuff. So whenever I go into the office, I go around to the Old Oven Door, and there was these two smackheads having a full fight in the street, and one of them was like, "You fucking told me you'd stopped all that." And he said, "But mate, I just had one hit. I just couldn't help it, buddy." "But you're a lying bastard. It's for your own good." Like, both of them couldn't stand. They were both off their face. But the general argument was one was angry at the other because he took smack. And after about 5 minutes of them fighting and going back and forth, like, this is in the middle of a busy street in town, shouting this, and I just go, "But mate, I fucking love you."
In a fucking kitchen on a Sunday morning.
That is, oh no, but it was like more. It wasn't like, "Oh mate, I fucking love you." It was more like, hey, it was like somebody trying to get their missus back. It's, "But I love you." It's like, I now don't know if this is like a gay.
Was this on the
relationship
shore road by any
No,
chance?
it wasn't. That was the makeup video.
For a bit of context, we watched the video that we cannot share on thing of some fella sticking his knob in the back end of some other fella over the car on the shore road the other day.
Sorry, I got 4 emails there. I was like, what the fuck? I never get 4 emails in a row. No, we can't show it on the show.
No, we cannot.
That's all right. I thought the phone was being brought out for you to show that video.
Pickpocket!
Here, your mom was getting his fucking back pocket.
Anyway. It was unlocked.
I was talking to a guy in work. He's a gay chap, so I always have wee chats with him about his escapades because he loves going about and getting up the mad shit. And he knows that I'm going to talk about this because I did tell him I was going to talk about this. He was telling me about, I made a joke about him being a prostitute and or getting paid for services rendered and all this here, which then led him into telling me about some weird shit that people he knows is into. And the whole general thing was people's fetishes and how the fuck do you get into this kind of thing. So he said he knew one guy who didn't want nothing sexual from him. He just wanted to come round every now and then and just rub his feet. Nothing else, just sit there.
My number.
Sometimes he didn't want to talk, sometimes he did, but it was just generally, "Can I just sit and rub your feet for an hour and then I'll leave?" He's like, "Right, okay." I was like, "Well, to be fair, like, fucking fair enough, like, someone's going to rub your feet, tag it." There was some guy who liked being financially abused, so he went over to the guy's house and he was like, "Oh, I've left my PayPal sitting there, you better not send yourself any money." And he's like, "Why would I do that?" And he goes, "Oh no, but I'd love you to send yourself money." And he says that he just took 600 quid off the guy and was like, he felt bad about it.
We're in the wrong business here.
But I actually said this, is like, if we were gay or we were women, you can do so many weird kink shit to people
Yeah.
that doesn't involve sex that you could extort money for. But no
What's it
one
called?
wants no,
Simping?
no one wants to mess with a middle-aged fucking straight white man.
Aye.
That's it. We're just the scum at the bottom of this boot now. He said there was one guy who liked licking shoes, and he walked from his house in East Belfast, which is pretty close to where I am, right?
Yeah.
All the way to Central Station. And when he got to Central Station, got the guy to lick the bottom of his shoe. And the guy was just loving it, and you're like,
nah.
But what is
What
it?
put? How did you get there? I know from an early age something will happen.
That's what it is. Obviously, there's stuff that happens to you in an early age where you don't realise it, but that's going to be some sort of kink for you. And it's the same way. If people don't enjoy having sex, it's because they've had bad experiences starting off, so they don't think it's that sweet. And people who've had a good experience, it's like top shagger.
Yeah.
But if you're into weird shit, like, do you ever see like them videos where fellas get women to like stand on their balls and stilettos and all?
Yeah. Kick 'em.
First of all, how do you figure out that that's
See
your
that's
kink?
mostly like fucking CEOs and all do that.
Aye,
because they're
People
dead serious all the time.
Yeah, they need.
There was
some...
one I seen where I had his face blacked out and all, obviously, and his
Yeah.
voice dubbed, and he was like, "Listen, I'm serious all week, dealing with fucking $1 billion deals and all." He's like, "I just want to be made a fool of."
Mate, I fucking am busy all week working on £1 million fucking deals, and not once have I ever thought, you know what, I want Nicole to hit me a fucking Wayne Rooney kick to the bollocks.
Nah, never mind, mate.
Like, there's just certain kinks. If there's anybody out there that's got mad kinks, send them to us and we'll have a good laugh at them.
All right, if long, we'll keep your name private.
It's just what is it that triggers in your brain that something that shouldn't be sexy is. Oh, yeah.
Even the feet thing, we talked about this before. I don't understand. I can't get my head around that.
We were having a chat about that as well. It's like, see, I'm not into feet personally. I could understand if someone liked looking at a pretty foot, like not doing stuff to it, but if someone had a nice looking foot and it was well kept, okay, I can get why. Because like you look at somebody else's body parts, whether you're male or female, and you can be attracted. Someone's eyes, someone's fucking cheeks, someone's whatever. Okay, it's when you start getting into sucking people's toes. Like, oh no! And like,
I don't know if I've
get in between their toes. You're like, oh, a wee bit of toe stuff.
The fluff. I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but see if you had 10 people with their feet in front of me, I wouldn't be able to say that's a good looking foot. Look.
No, but
I wouldn't. Mate, I wouldn't, because I have no concept.
Okay, but
I
let
have
me put it this way:
feet.
if you had a big keb here that had uncut toenails and lots of calluses and it smelt like fucking dick cheese, and then you had a foot here that had all the nails
wee
trimmed,
petite woman,
it was all nice and whatever, and fucking well kept skin. You can clearly see the moisturizer's been there and there's nail polish and all. That foot wins over fucking manky foot. That's what I mean.
I agree with that.
Everyone has, like, at the end of the day, someone finds you attractive and someone finds me attractive, but we both think each other's ugly cunts. So, beauty is
I have nice feet, actually.
Do you? I've got fucking stinking feet.
I have great feet.
You should show us for what the viewers don't know. Jason's wearing fucking flip flops.
My feet, I'm told, see, especially because of much that they never smell. Mate. My feet never smell. Never.
Neither do mine.
My Heller said that to me. He says, see, some days I go in, my socks are soaking wet with sweat.
Yeah.
But they don't stink.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I see. No, I would be the same. I wouldn't have smelly feet, which is a good thing. But I've got feet that have been abused over the years, and they're not fucking. All them fucking hard yards of playing football, mate, and all that jumping about on stage has fucking paid dividends to my feet.
I broke my fucking metatarsal, mate. No, the bone that goes. Remember when David Beckham broke and everyone had to put their hand over the paper and pray?
That's fucking right. Jesus Christ almighty.
Mate.
Can we get that news report? That would be
Jesus
funny
Christ.
as fuck.
That is mad. Like, I remember it, but I broke up, mate, and it was fucking aching. Like,
paper asking
Beckham.
For Beckham's
Foot.
Was it World Cup?
It was a World Cup or the Euros or something. Like, do you remember that?
2002.
Mate, and it was it the Sun or something printed a big fucking...
Oh, we'll look for images because that's the New York Times. A big picture of Beck's. They are not pretty feet. That's not a pretty foot. Beck's. Lay your hand. Go share that. There it is. Lay your hands on David's foot at noon and make
it
it
better.
I was like, do you ever? What was your? I was about to say, fucking Uri Geller, this cunt bending spoons on TVs. Do you never remember him?
No.
He used to be a fucking like mind reader back in the day. Like went on TV and read the audience and all. And he'd be like, okay, I want everybody at home to set a spoon on top of your TV. And then he was like, I'm gonna bend the spoon. And some people will phone in and be like, the fucking spoon is bended. Like, our spoon never bent. Never did it bend. He was thinking he was Neo in the Matrix. Try thinking, the spoon doesn't bend. You bend around the spoon. You know that shit? Unsure that, because I'm sick of looking at David Beckham.
Mate, that is madness, remember, mate? Mate, most people did it, like.
Do you ever remember the thing that Nuts did? What they thought that David Beckham was going to look like after he retired?
No.
Oh! Where do you see this? Nuts. Do you remember?
Yep.
Do you ever remember Nuts magazine?
Yep.
How good was Nuts? Nuts was fucking great.
Plenty of nuts came out of Nuts.
There definitely was.
Nuts ended up on Nuts.
What David Beckham will look like. So this is what Nuts magazine thought that Beckham was going to look like compared to what he actually
Jesus
looked
Christ.
Like. Sure that.
That's amazing.
Like how
they wrong they got that.
He was going to get to that, and how he turned into this fucking...
Did they not realise that Turkey was going to have a hair transplant and teeth?
Oh, Beckham definitely hasn't got a hair transplant.
I don't know if he has or not.
No, I would say that.
He
definitely
got his teeth done, like.
Oh, I probably.
But he is.
I feel like I'm at the stage that one of the only people in the world that got my fucking teeth done. It's like tattoos now. I'm going to fucking stay against the lot of yous. But that I made whenever you seen that there, it was 1998.
Mate, he's a good-looking chap. See, whenever I was watching him the other night in that Messi
Oh shit!
match.
Right, okay. So that's what it wasn't when he retired. Sorry, that was in 1998 that they thought that this is what he would look like in 2020.
That's
in
mad.
22 years. So in 98, they thought that that's what he would look like when COVID happened. To be fair, that's what people thought that people you were going to look like after you got the COVID job.
Is Nuts magazine still going?
Oh no, fuck that's well. There was Nuts and Zoo. They're both gone.
I was going to say, because that's good promo for fucking 20 years later or whatever, 18 years later.
Magazines aren't about that anymore, mate. Fuck's sake.
No, remember we got into a magazine just before magazines really stopped.
DJ
Mag.
Say, which
we
magazine?
were in the DJ Mag. Fucking right, mate. There's a picture of me and you and DJ Mag.
On our dodgy fucking haircuts.
Dodgy haircuts.
Speaking of dodgy haircuts, I realised when I was trying to find out what number the show was for putting the number on, that the last 7 thumbnails I have had a baseball cap on. Because I haven't had my haircut in 2 months. And come Friday, it's fucking going.
Getting it off. I'm going next Thursday before we go this.
Oh, do you know what I look like? Do you know, like, 70?
You feel, mate, seeing you wash your hair and all, like, once you get a cut, you feel like you've lost a stone.
Oh, it's so crazy. But your hair's never, ever, I would say, it's been as long as mine.
See, mine's is long now.
Even during COVID,
mine's is long now. Like.
Sure, we'll give the viewers a laugh at the length. Yours is long.
You could tie yours in a fucking ponytail.
Like, let's get my news anchor fucking hair on. It's actually that long, and I've wore the hat that long that my hair kind of just stays.
You should just do a Jack Grealish.
Oh, I fucking the wee hairband that just have
it sit back. In a couple of months.
You know what? I was joking with Nicole the other night before he started Peaky Blinders, and I was like, do you know my hair's long enough now that I could get it done like Arthur? I was like, just get a shape to the sides and give it all that. It's like, you will fucking not. Like, you've never had an opinion of my hair before.
That's a fucking cool haircut, Arthur's.
It's too long, though.
I will.
See, do you know what I mean? I've just been far too busy to go and get my hair cut. We've had so much on. I was like, well, I'm not really going out. I can hide it with my hat.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then it's getting cut on Friday. I never thought I'd be happy about getting my hair cut.
It grows on you, doesn't it? I love it.
Just like her.
I love it, mate.
Oh, fuck. Well, we'll have to look good for fucking Escape.
I'm looking forward to Escape, actually.
I know. It's going to be good.
It's our first time on wheels this year, actually.
I know.
Fucking be our load by the time the year ends.
It's one of our fucking only gigs this year as well, mate. We've turned down a fucking awful lot of shit this year.
It is actually the first plane journey this year.
But again, it's when you're sitting here making music and you're getting paid more than travelling about the place, it makes financial sense to fucking sit here.
Not go, I agree. But I've had, like, this has been our best year in terms of action. Maybe not gigs, but in terms of like, I don't really want to say it, but in terms of money's made, like this has probably been our best year. Like,
But that's it. We've actually started to try to treat it like a business now. We've got past our 10 years of we do it for the love of the music. We do still do it for the love of the music, but your boys got to get paid. We got families.
I know.
You can't put down that exposure whenever you're going to fucking Tesco's to ask for your dinner. Here, do you want to get a fucking Chinese tonight? I just got a load of exposure there at the weekend.
No, mate, remember getting gigs for exposure.
You're like, yes!
Fucking hell.
Feeling bad whenever fucking you're like, oh, I don't really want to ask you for 50 quid, fuck's sake. You spent like 40 quid on petrol.
40 quid on petrol and fucking 30 quid on a hotel room to drive to Dublin. And they don't even give you a drink.
Nope.
They were the days.
Sure.
But obviously, for the last maybe 5 years, we've been treated really well and we've done all right.
Oh, yeah.
But again,
But that's what I tell a lot of people as well when I meet them and they're starting out. For the first 3 or 4 years of us doing this, I didn't drink or fuck all because I wanted to be sober talking to people. And now I can sit and drink with you and everybody backstage because the people that I wanted the network with, I now get to call friends and I can be at ease with them. We can all have a drink and whatever. I don't have to be like, oh, hello there.
That's another thing too, but most people don't drink, like.
No.
See the many people when you go out and you're with them, and like even the ones you see on stage drinking bottles of Buckfast or bottles of Grey Goose, they're sober as a judge. They're not actually drinking that shit.
Yeah.
It's like most people don't do it, like.
It's because you're doing so much traveling and shit.
That's it.
A few beers is all right now, but
you can't get fucking cleaned out anymore.
Unless you go to Wales, because you got no fucking say in the matter, because Jason just pours it down your neck.
He's a bad influence on boy.
Don't stop doing it though, Jason.
I know.
Just say it.
He's the only manager in the world that gets your fucking artist polluted.
Now, if yous aren't fucked on that stage, boys, yous are in trouble.
You're not getting paid. Fuck's sake. Nah, but I know I'm looking forward to going back. Obviously, there was the Halloween one was announced as well. The Shugs. Us Shugs, Taylor Jack, Paul Clark.
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that because I couldn't remember any of it. Too much going on up in this brain to be remembering fucking lineups.
I know. I made this should be fun. Should be fun. Hopefully we'll see all you folks there.
Yeah.
There's a few of the Welsh ones love this show. And Planet Love too.
Planet Love be good. I'm actually I know there's been a lot of guff about the hard lineup, but it seems to be from the newer generation not having their super duper pots and pansy raw for OG Planet lovers like us.
Yep, perfect.
That is the fucking, like, you would have been pulling the balls of yourself if that got released when you were a patron going to Planet Love. You were like, that is the shit.
It's 25 years of Planet Love, mate. Like, you know what I mean? You've got Techno Boy classic set. You've got Zanny, mate. Like fucking Zanny. Zanny was here all the time for Planet.
Zanny's 25 years for Planet Love's 25 years. Deviate, obviously coming back.
Yeah. Hopefully Deviate is there. Can't wait to see
it. Says he is Zanny and Deviate.
Does it say that?
I'm almost certain it says
I don't know.
I will check it now.
I hope that's true.
But the lineup itself in general is just, it's class.
Headhunters too, and what people don't realise, like, see whenever hardstyle started getting booked here, all the Q-Dance stages at Planet Love.
Yeah.
Headhunters was on them all. He was in the markets. He was always there, like, so, like, it's perfect, man.
It is the lineup of the fucking. It's the perfect lineup for what it is. So. Oh no! I thought it did say Deviate. It is just Zanny.
Yeah, no, I thought that. Like,
I'm near enough certain I seen it somewhere, unless Zanny's posted it up with Deviate, or I've made it up. Who knows? But it's still gonna be.
I've definitely talked to you about it. Going, fuck, I hope Deviate's back because we had a laugh at him.
You can take him back and show him the walls.
I take him around the peace walls and all. But he's a legend, Deviate though.
It'll be a fucking great old day.
That's the thing, mate. That's all it is. It's like to be home again and playing in a big show. It's just a day out for us, really. I know we're working like, but it's
you get to go and speak to people you haven't seen for a while. Or,
yeah,
that's what we've said before. Now you used to DJ and be like, oh, I get to play with this DJ, and now we've got to the point where it's like, oh yes, I get to catch up with such and such. Oh, they're gonna be here. I can go and have a fucking.
Everyone's away doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then they all come back to Belfast for Planet Love, and you're like, fucking good to see you're doing this now. Fucking good to see you're doing this well and that well.
And it's mad, like even whenever we were in Wales and all, and you're speaking to Sam, Audio Freak, and he was sitting chatting away, and he's like, oh, I love the rave tune, guys. It's really fucking hit the nail. Like, Audio Freak's talking to us about a tune we've released in the last couple of weeks. Like, that's fucking mental. But you still got to play cool. Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. I think a few things could be a bit different, but yeah, thanks, Sam, yeah. Your new tune's cool too, yeah. Oh, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to put the dick of myself in that porta potty when you're gone, mate.
Even though he brought it up too, mate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Fucking hell. How the fuck do you even get the hell of it? And then you're like, of course, Kutsky sent it. Play it, please.
But it's yeah, well, he couldn't play because we were playing. But it's nice whenever you do have all that because they are the people you grew up idolising. And now, as I say, they are pals. And you, as much as they're still pals, you still have that inner child. You being like, oh my God.
I'm like that with Kutsky, like, still, like, Kutsky was the man, like.
I was it Thursday nights listening to the radio on?
No, Friday it ended up. He was done the Friday after Judge Jules. So he did.
Well, I thought there was definitely a few different nights.
It might have been Thursday early on, but the last couple of years I listened to.
That's what I mean. Thursday nights, Friday morning.
No, Friday.
All right.
Because we used to go to Barbuda and come back and listen to it.
Christ.
Because he used to start at 1 o'clock or something, Kutsky, in the morning after Judge Jules. Judge Jules was 11 to 1.
Yeah.
Kutsky was 1 to 3.
Right.
We used to get back in and see as well. The first half is always like. Like Joey stuff, Vandal stuff, and all, and then he built it up, and then the second half is always like hard style and the European sound, and then he would have had a guest mix like the last half hour or something, and then we used to love it. You used to go in, and he had wild styles on. You're like, what? The wild styles is on me. What the fuck?
It was fucking class. Those were the days, like. But
young and dumb and no worries.
Young and dumb, having fun.
And you picture everything to be like. Dead perfect and dandy, then you get into it and you realise it's just organised chaos. Like,
it's just a load of fucking people guessing at everything.
It's all optics as well. Like, see everyone you see, like everyone's just bullshitting. Like, they're bullshitting no way. Everyone's sitting pulling their hair out about numbers or about fucking he's doing better than me, he's doing this. You're like, fuck's sake, lads, come on, just all have a laugh.
We're literally playing music here, guys.
I know, but it is that like everyone's, even the ones who you think are doing the biggest in the world, they're pulling their hair out with anxiety over something.
We all have the same worries, whether you're at the bottom of the ladder or you're at the top of the ladder. It's just more worries when you're at the top of the ladder because you've got more mouths to feed.
That's it. I've talked to a few people about that too, and so have you. Like, it's once the higher you get up, it's not just you. It's your management. It's your fucking tour manager. It's your fucking. So they're relying on, and their families are relying on you doing well.
Yep.
And it starts to bite, but bring it on.
That's it. And on that lovely cheery note, we'll wrap it up. Guys, thanks again for joining us. And until next week, we will catch you later.
Yes, peace.